Okay, we're back. Now what we're going to do now is we are going to cut underneath here. If I can find my pencil. You need to put a line here. Okay, right here. And we're going to put a line over here. We can thin this thing up a little bit later. I didn't want to make it super thin to start with simply because of the now we're going to cut all this out. The tassel is going to be here somewhere, so we're not going to worry too much. Well, wherever this edge is, that's where we can't cut it out right there. Okay. But this can all go. Okay, so this here, I'm going to start chopping this portion out. And you want to be real careful, folks, because see how the grain's running? See how that just snaps off? You don't want that happening to that. Okay. You just want to be very, 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 very careful when you cut that out. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're just going to trim this. Well, this is going to snap off anyway, eventually, but the point's over here at the on the end. So you want to be very, very careful. And I know this doesn't look even right now, and that's okay. We're just getting it roughed out. That's why you do put it a little bit thicker than too thin. Okay, you can always take it off later on than trying to put it back on. Alright, we're going to trim this face up a little bit more. Do the same thing here. We're going to go down and we're going to go in probably not that far, probably, let me guess here for a second. Get this over. I think the actual hat will be right here. Okay, the hat goes this way. The point's to the side. So let's say the hat's like this. Okay, so this is pretty well as far as we're gonna dig in here. Alright, but remember that tassel has to be there, but you know that won't really make a difference because it's back here. So we'll work that out when we get to it. Alright, so I know I tag a lot of things as I go along here. That's just the way I do things, but we can cut all this off. Let's do that first. And just chop that out. We can just kind of snap that out of there. And if for any reason we put the tassel in the wrong spot here, we'll definitely make another one to fit in there. I know you're not supposed to snap stuff out like that, and that's not the way I would recommend it, but because of the shape of this, see how nicely it comes off? There you go. Just a little further. You don't want to make two lines too deep, okay? So we got that cleaned out. I just want to clean all that out, alright? And then we're going to go back over here and we're going to just start tearing some of this out. Now I know I had the lines on there, but I'm trying to think how the head will go here. It will be probably like so. So we're looking at maybe another 1/8 of an inch, 3/8 of an inch across. So, you know, we're going to do a little bit on each side, and then we're going to go down to the neck area. And we're going to go over here, and we're going to do the same thing. Now, remember, this is in a little ways, so this is okay to take this portion of it off. Okay? Because we're actually going to be cutting some of this off anyway. But, I don't want to go too crazy with the knife here. Taking things off here. And once we have this cut out a little ways, then we'll go ahead and shape the top of the hat, and then we can put the rest of the body in proportion to it. Alright, so let me go in a little further. What a wonderful feeling when you're done with school. I remember the days of graduation, and I'll tell you, so glad to get out of there and go to the farm. I remember being very thankful to be home and to be able. I also graduated from the police academy, so I had a high school diploma. And in my day, not everybody went to college like they do today. My sister, my oldest sister, went to college. Yeah, my other sister, my second sister, did not. Neither did I. But I went for a different type of education, kind of a hands-on education with the academy. And now today, many years later, they need so much more education with the police departments than what they had when I went. So I'm going to just start rounding this up towards that center line. Remember, we have that center line going all the way around. And I certainly know today's age, you almost need that extra education to get a job. Most of my cousins that I know of didn't go to college either. Most of us worked in our own family businesses, and many of us still are working in our family businesses. So I'm for education, but if you didn't go, that's also fine. Not everybody goes to college, you know. I was very honored to be able to go see a friend of mine's daughter and get her GED. They had a little graduation for them, and what a joy to see her complete that. That was something she wanted to do, and it was a very nice day. I wish I would have done one of these for her back then. So if you didn't, you know, I encourage you to go get your GED anyway. Never hurt to have that little extra. If you didn't finish high school, you know. You know, my dad's day and my mom's period of time, they didn't go through. I think my dad went through 8th grade, and that was it, and then they were expected to work at home. So, you know, times have changed, and it's a different world today, different needs, and a lot more specialized skills out there. So I'm just trying to round the head up. As you can see, I'm going to start moving this up and around, and we'll be back with our next segment.